silence for our safety of our troops and keep in memory we just lost another troop the other day in Afghanistan. Keep them in your prayers. Pledge to the flag, Dennis.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10 has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood.
Here.
Freeholder Barrett Volante.
Here.
Freeholder Kenny.
Here.
Freeholder Polos. Freeholder Tamaro.
Here.
Freeholder Valenti.
Here.
Freeholder Director Rios.
Here. We have some recognitions.
We have a few this evening. The first is recognizing the Piscataway girls basketball team as the Greater Middlesex County champions. Next is recognizing April 2015 as Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month in Middlesex County. Next is recognizing Trinity Episcopal Church in Woodbridge as a Jubilee Outreach Ministry. And last is recognizing Elizabeth Siga Caligari of Carteret on the occasion of her 100th birthday.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Freeholder Valente, seconded by Freeholder Tamaro. Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood.
Yes.
Freeholder Barrett Volante.
Yes.
Freeholder Kenny. Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rios.
Yes. This time I'd like to ask Freeholder Armwood to make the presentation along with myself. Go ahead.
Coach Koza, could you please join us up here? And also we're delighted to have the Mayor of Piscataway Township, Mr. Brian Waller. And could we have the members of the team here as their That's how we do. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Freeholder Director has not chosen me to come up here by mistake. It's also because I happen to come from one of the greatest towns God's ever laid his eyes on, Piscataway, and I'm a proud alumni of Piscataway High School, so I'm beaming with pride tonight to be able to present these proclamations to a great team who won the championship, not just on athletic ability, but they also represented our town very well. They're great citizens in our towns. Academically speaking, from what I understand, they've done very well throughout the school year, and we can't say enough about our girls basketball team. A lot of times the guys always get a lot of the press, especially we're the hometown of Carl Towns, plug, but it's also good to recognize our young ladies who are doing well both on the court and off the court. So I just want to say thank you so much, and Coach, thank you so much for doing a great job with this team. They have really made us proud here in Middlesex County. I'm going to turn it over to Freeholder Director.
I just want to reiterate what my colleague said. You know, it's nice to see when our students in the county do well, win the championship, and you girls really did an excellent job, and you just exemplify what sportsmanship is like, teamwork, and you make everybody proud. Coach, great job by you and your staff, and you know, it's nice to see that you're going to excel, you're going to go to college, and maybe you'll be on a major college basketball team one day, but you always strive for the best, and you really made us really, really proud. So congratulations for a job well done. Mayor, you're more than welcome to say a few words if you'd like. Congratulations.
I'm going to be speechless at this point. I just want to congratulate Coach Koza on his rookie season in the GMC.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I know he's a veteran coach from around the state, but this is his rookie season here at Piscataway. So it wasn't the luck of the draw. Chose a good school well.
Congratulations. Coach, would you like to say something?
Sure.
Come on, right to the mic.
Thank you very much for having us here tonight and honoring us. This season was a truly special season for us and the girls. They really worked hard. We ended up with a 22-5 record, and like everybody said before me, it's nice to see some of the girls go on to bigger and better things. And we have Taylor Nelson here, our senior, and she's going to be playing ball and going to college at Dominican College. So we're really proud of her. And we also have Kendrea Williams here, who was the 2-time MVP of the championship game. She's a junior, and she scored her 1,000th point this year, so we're really proud of her also. And we also have Deanna Henry here, who's our sophomore, who is going to be an important member of our team for the next 2 years. So, girls, we just want to thank you for showing up, and thank you for honoring us tonight. Thank you.
Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month. Do we have anybody here for that?
The Freeholder Barrett Belante will be presenting that on an event on Saturday.
Okay. And I see we have a guest that just arrived to say hello. A few words. Congressman Frank Pallone stopped by to say hello in the greatest county in the land that he represents.
I'm going to arrive at the New Brunswick police tonight, so I didn't realize that you were in session.
Thanks for stopping by. Okay. That's all for our presentations, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Freeholder reports. Freeholder Ken Armwood is going to make a presentation also to the members of the New Brunswick chapter of the 4-H.
Yes, sir. I believe we have 2 presenters actually who will be speaking on behalf of the New Brunswick 4-H. Jesus Suarez and also Taran Royer will be presenting. And I guess they were a little shy, but they'll not be speaking, but Ashley Gullick and Caesar Vivar? Okay. They're also present, so I'm going to turn the presentation over to the experts. If you'd like to make your way on up to the microphone, and then I believe we have a presentation here on the screen. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
All right, so can you guys hear me? Yes.
Speak a little closer.
All right, can you guys hear me better? All right, so my name's Jesus Suarez. I'm the president of 4-H, and
my name is Taharan. I'm a very proud member of 4-H, and this is my brother at arms.
all right, so I just want to talk briefly about the history about 4-H. So 4-H first began in New Brunswick as a teen council. It's about like 5-6 years ago, and when I was first introduced to 4-H, it was about 4 years ago. It was my freshman year at high school. When I first attended to a 4-H meeting, there was only about 4 regular attending members, and we didn't have a regular attending like meeting spot or office, so it was really difficult to get to meetings. Some of the meetings we would go to restaurants or even the public library or the LASO's office, and it was a really difficult moment. The group is designed to fit the needs of the urban youth by giving us opportunities that we aren't normally given. So some of these opportunities are going like trips, and with these trips we're able to get different skills. So some of the skills that I've learned throughout 4-H is leadership, which is because of my leadership role in 4-H as president. So I help organize all the events. So I know that I have to be like a good leader to enforce all of the rules, but also not enforce it too much so people can like follow them and won't argue as much. Event planning. Event planning is like one of the main things because it depends on the type of event. Sometimes the events might be small and not too much planning is required. But some of the events that we do, like the Raritan River Festival or Rutgers Day, we need to plan like months in advance to make sure everything we do is fine up with policy and everything. So that's one of the big things that 4-H has given. Also public speaking. Like before, maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, it would be really difficult for me to go up here and like speak to everyone. But now I can do it a bit better. Not perfect, but still working on it.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, thank you. Another skill is organization. So organization, like even with event planning, that's one of the big skills. Since we have meetings every 2 weeks, like we have to keep on track of everything we do, who attends, and because of our club has gotten so big, about 30 people and more, we have to keep track of what we're doing, who's doing what, even for events or regular meetings. And the last one that really is one of the big points is networking. Because of 4-H, I've gotten able to network with different people because some of the opportunities we get, such as like overnight conferences, we get to be with other teens. So it's really important that we get to talk to other teens around New Jersey and sometimes around the state, so we can communicate with them. Oh, what do they do? How are they? Like different things. We learn different skills from everyone.
So today I'm going to talk to you guys about my personal experience within 4-H. I joined 4-H back 4 years ago, April. I remember it just like it was yesterday, and it feels like it was just yesterday, to be honest with you guys. It changes my whole perspective on life. It changes everything for me. Before I even joined 4-H, I was wondering if there were people who were actually willing to go out into the community and help out others and help the environment as well. We do many community service outreach projects to the point where we just feel like we really have to be there for people. And it's a very important thing, such as we volunteer regularly at the library. We volunteer with our local Clean City Block Captains. Speaking of which, we have a Clean City program that we have going on, which is taking place April 18th. We work with the Clean City Block Captains to help clean up the city of New Brunswick. And we have managed to pick up, I would say, about 2 tons of trash working with them.
Wow.
And for some people it may not seem like a lot, but when you really look at it, it's really, really, really a lot. So what the 4-H's stand for, of course. The 4-H's stand for head, heart, hands, and health. Now for me, because of 4-H, my head is a lot more clearer. I'm definitely going down the right path. I'm helping others that I really feel like I should. With my hands, of course, I'm volunteering regularly. With my heart, I can't even begin to describe it because these guys really are my family. And where would I be without them? You guys really are my second home. My health, of course. I used to be one of the health ambassadors of 4-H, where we would actually teach and educate kids about their health, and what foods they can actually eat and what things they can do to boost their health, such as regularly exercising and stuff. But if you don't take it from me, how about this quote right here from somebody who just recently joined 4-H back September of last year. Their quote goes like this: "It's a family that most people won't ever get that helps the community and those in it. It's my saving grace that has let me meet awesome people and experiences things I thought were impossible. It's my shelter to run to when no one's around. It's where my friends are at and where I remember them and myself at our happiest. It's a place I can hang out without getting into trouble and do my homework." And now that's coming from a 14-year-old girl. Do you see how much of an impact that really makes for us? I really want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me and my brother at Arms Jesus. Thank you for witnessing what we do, as it's only a small glimpse. If you actually came to one of our meetings and saw what we did, I'm pretty sure you'd be overwhelmed. Thank you. And those are just our members that we have right now. We have over 30 members right now, currently.
And we aren't just members. We're like a second family to everyone, to each other.
We're done.
I have a question. Are you the same group that runs the breakfasts and the dinners out in East Brunswick? Same 4-H, or do we have a different one? As a fundraiser.
There are many branches within 4-H.
Okay.
So we work within the Brunswick mostly. As far as the East Brunswick, you probably have to contact the East Brunswick 4. There might be an East Brunswick 4-H that works out there.
Okay.
Does? Oh, okay. So we're offering the help as well, Brunswick.
So sometimes you do have fundraisers, I guess is the question I'm getting at.
Yes. Yeah.
So if people want to help you out, help out the organization, they can find out about the fundraisers at their website?
Yes, we can, and you can also come to one of our meetings, which is located at 71 the Mitten Drive on Rutgers campus.
And what's the website?
The website.
Oh. Oh, okay. I just for the TV. Sorry.
Get a plug in there.
Is it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest?
He's younger than me.
Okay.
You really made a nice presentation, and I see nothing but a bright future ahead of you for what you're going to reach out to do, because you're a very bright young man, and your hands, your heart, your health are in the right place, and I'm sure you're going to excel. Good luck to both of you and all your 4-H people, because you know you do make a difference in people's lives, and it's a positive change that you're doing, and you're setting an example for younger people. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I'd also like to recognize in attendance the County 4-H agent, Laura Bovitz. You can stand somewhere. And the New Brunswick 4-H coordinator, Laura Eppinger. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for educating me on what the 4-H's actually are. I've heard 4-H, 4-H, I never knew what 4-H's were. Thank you. Thank you. From the Office of Cultural and Heritage, History of New Jersey Diners exhibit opening Sunday, April 12th, 2015. When was the last time you ate at a diner? Unfortunately for some of us, that was quite recent. If you are like millions of New Jerseyans, the answer is not too long ago. Dubbed the land of diners, New Jersey has forged a unique relationship with these casual eateries. Stainless steel, neon, and menus that go on for days are part of the Garden State landscape. Come explore their rich history with us. The exhibit at the Middlesex County Museum, Cornelius Lau House, 1225 River Road, Piscataway, runs through June 26, 2015, and is free of charge. And that concludes my report for this evening. Freeholder Director, thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder Armour. Freeholder Deputy Director Carol Barrett-Palante.
Thank you, Director. The Middlesex County Elections Board would like to announce that Jim Bokel, the board's administrator, was recently re-elected as the Executive Vice President of the New Jersey Association of Election Officials. This association is a statewide, nonprofit organization created to ensure safe and properly managed elections throughout the state of New Jersey. Here, all those in charge of overseeing New Jersey's county elections can work together on matters of voter legislation, providing voters with resources, and much more. A great congratulations to Jim. As of March 30th, the Middlesex County Improvement Authority will be transitioning its recycling program to single stream collection For the MCIA's 14 participating municipalities, this eliminates the need for separating recyclables prior to curbside pickups. This change will make recycling that much more convenient for the residents of Middlesex County. According to the Middlesex County Improvement Authority Executive Director, Richard Pucci, residents will no longer have to place recyclables in specified containers. The New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection ranked Middlesex County #1 in recycling this year. Thanks to the Improvement Authority's program and our diligent residents, we recycled 65% of our total waste stream. Since 1995, this is the 5th time Middlesex County has received this distinction and the 16th time it surpassed the state's 60% annual recycling goal. If anyone needs any further information, they can log on to the Improvement Authority's website, which is www.mciauth.com, or you can call at 1-800-488-6242. That's my report for this evening, Director.
Thank you, Freeholder Deputy Director Carol Barapalante. Freeholder Charlington, Kenny.
The report I have tonight, Freeholder Director, is last Friday, Standard & Poor's assigned Middlesex County a AAA bond rating, the highest rating attainable. And this is what we had before, correct? We've been able to maintain this now, Joe, how many years? 14 or 15 years.
Wow.
The county has worked hard over the past 5 years, and this doesn't, I have finance now, but this wasn't through the decisions that I've been making. This started a long time ago. It started with the freeholder boards previous to me, and Deputy Director Barrett Belante, who had the finance department before me, have made the hard decisions that it takes to get us in this position. We've been able to, in the following areas, to maintain this excellent rating by having a gross operating budget that has a growth of just 1.1% over the last 5 years, reducing the overall debt level by $124 million last year, and we anticipate a reduction this year of $90 million. Not using non-recurring revenue one-time fixes to fill budget gaps for the 4th year in a row. S&P stated that Middlesex County has strong budgetary performance, strong management with good fiscal policies, very strong liquidity, surplus cash. Tax increases within the 2% cap levy limit. Having a AAA bond rating enables the county to borrow money, and the municipalities which participate in our equipment leasing programs and purchasing programs to borrow funds at lower interest rates when we go out to bond. And this translates into savings for the county taxpayers, as well as the opportunity that we might be able to do more work with the same amount of money. I just want to, again, acknowledge the Freeholder Board, our Finance Department, Director Joe Peretti, and the members of his department that have worked hard putting this budget together, putting the previous budgets together to make these decisions that we had to make. Our Director, Ron Rios, for his leadership in regards to making these hard decisions, and also John Pulamine, our business administrator, who's involved. This is a group effort. It's not done by one person, and everybody's involved, so I thank everybody for making it so that we can obtain and hold on to this AAA bond rating. The other item that I have tonight is I'd just like to thank, last month we had an Irish flag raising. It was the second one the county has held in the county, and putting that together is also a group effort, and I just want to thank Margaret here on my right for her help and efforts. Carl, who helped in regards to what we needed here at the building. I want to thank Mickey Gross for helping to put put the word out there and put part of the program together, and also Dan Harris from Woodbridge for his efforts in putting part of the program together. It was a great time. It was a good time that day. The weather was well, and we were able to go out and have a nice flag raising and have a little program here and some refreshments afterwards. So I thank everybody involved for putting it together. That's all I have, Director.
Thank you, Fielder Kenny. Freeholder Charlie Tamaro.
Well, good evening, everyone. And this time of the year, the Office of Parks and Recreation is busy getting ready for our active spring season. Nice weather is slowly creeping in, and more visitors will fill the Middlesex County parks and open space, plus our Middlesex County Greenway. I'm happy to announce that we officially introduced disc golf to Middlesex County parks. On Saturday, April 4th, more than 60 people gathered to celebrate the grand opening of a new 18-hole disc golf course at Thompson Park in Monroe Township. If you have never played disc golf, it is similar to regular golf, but instead of a ball, players use a plastic disc or a frisbee. So head out to Thompson Park and play around. I want to give special thanks to Eagle Scout David Wolverton of East Brunswick, Troop 132, who raised over $14,000 on his own to make this project happen. Information is available on Thompson Park section of our website. I want to also thank David, too, especially thank David, because I've worked with over 40 Eagle Scouts, and it's amazing on some of the projects that some of these young men come up with and complete to become an Eagle Scout. It's not an easy way, or it's never easy to become an Eagle Scout, because only 2% of scouts who ever enter scouting become an Eagle Scout. So we want to thank David, and thank you for making this part of our park system. This month marks our first volunteer event with the Middlesex County Conservation Corps. This spring, the Spring Beach Sweep will be held April 25th from 9 a.m. to noon. This semi-annual event, when volunteers spend the day cleaning the beach front. Brereton Bay Waterfront Park and South Amboy Saraville is targeted for this year's cleanup. It's a great time to get outdoors on Earth Day and give back to our planet and our county. The Middlesex County Youth Conservation Corps is now accepting applications for our summer conservation. Any high school and college student interested in working as a crew member for this summer can find an application and information on our website. The application deadline is May 8th, and work begins on June 29th and runs through August 21st. For additional information, contact Scott Myler at 732-745-3064. And finally, though spring is just underway, it's not too early to start thinking about summer and our much anticipated plays in the park. This summer we bring 3 exciting shows to the Stephen J. Capestrel Theater in Roosevelt Park. The season kicks off in June with Young Frankenstein, followed by Oklahoma, and wrapping up with Jesus Christ Superstar. Check the park's website for more information. And for all those would-be performers out there, if you're interested in actually performing in one of these shows, open call auditions begin April 17th and run through the 19th. Check the Plays in the Park website for casting requirements. These are just a few of the happening items in our county park system. For more detailed information about our Middlesex County parks, visit our website, and you'll surely find something for everyone to do. And thank you, Director.
Thank you, Fielder Tamaro. Fielder Blanquita Valenti.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. From the Department of Community Services. Once again, spring is here, and we will be hosting a series of birthday bashes throughout the month of May to celebrate county residents aged 90 and older. And these birthday bashes will be held on May 7th at the Old Bridge Senior Center, a week later, May 14th, at the South Brunswick Senior Center, on May 26th at the Piscataway Senior Center, and finally May 27th at the Edison Senior Center. Each event includes a delicious lunch and wonderful entertainment. Each honoree is invited to attend along with one guest. I encourage all of our residents who have achieved the milestone of their 90th birthday to come and join in the fun. Registration is required through the Middlesex County Office of Aging and Disabled Services at 732-745-4267. And it's a great event. I've attended every year, and everybody has a wonderful time. Thank you, Director.
Thank you, Freeholder Valente. I have a few comments to make. Last week I attended the State of the City address for Perth Amboy, and the mayor gave her agenda for this coming year, her goals and ambitions, and she has an aggressive agenda, and good things are happening in Perth Amboy and progress in the past year. And she made lots of comments that are looking good for Perth Amboy. I attended last week also the dedication, along with Freeholder Tamaro and Freeholder Kenny. We went to the dedication of the skateboard park in Edison, which was obviously we helped out, the county helped out in that. We didn't pay for the whole thing, but we helped out a little bit. And it's a nice skate park, and you could see that the kids over there really utilize that park to the fullest. And it's at a great location, and it's nice to see that it's really used. Today I attended the State of the City address for the City of South Amboy, and again the Mayor of South Amboy, Mayor Henry, also gave a promising outlook for the City of South Amboy. I had the opportunity to do my monthly TV taping for Spotlight on Middlesex County last week as well, and I had the honor of having Congressman Frank Pallone on my show, and we were speaking about pancreatic cancer awareness and the pancreatic cancer walk that we're having May 30th at Johnson Park. Mr. Kelso, any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be held?
There are none.
Resolutions to be voided?
There are none.
At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public on any discussions that are listed on the agenda for resolutions only. Anyone to discuss any resolutions?
I move to close the public portion.
Second motion.
Motion to close by Freeholder Tamaro, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Are any items to be removed from the consent agenda and voted separately? None? Okay, Mr. Kelso.
Yes, Freeholder Director, a motion would then be in order to adopt the consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 15-532 through 15-664.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Freeholder Valente, seconded by Freeholder Tamaro. Roll call, please.
Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Barrett-Bellante?
Yes.
Freeholder
Yes.
Kenny? Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valente?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rios?
Yes. Okay, at this time I'd like to open up the meeting to the public on any discussion. Anyone from the public? Please state your name and address, please.
My name is Clifford Jefferson L. Bay, domiciled in Old Bridge Territory of New Jersey State Republic. Good evening, Director Freeholder Rios, all board members, citizens. I'm here on behalf of the Morris Science Temple of America, who has been operating for over 100 years. The matter at hand is in regards to the miscellaneous filing, which is the obligation of the county clerk. We understand that the freeholders, which were elected by the people, we understand that the county clerk was elected by the people. I have here a copy 2015 dated April 7th, New Jersey's Department of State, in regards to the manumission of slavery. Now, my question here today is, Act 6 of our divine constitution and bylaws of our organization, the Morris Science Temple of America, says, with us, members must proclaim their nationality. And we are teaching our people their nationality and their birthright. To know that they're not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians. Because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779. And it lasted up to 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new time and era, and all men now must proclaim their free national name. To be known by the to be recognized by the government of the world in which they live and other nations of the earth. Here I have from relating to, give me 1 second. Middlesex County. Middlesex County has a miscellaneous filing, or part itself has the index for the manumission of slavery. for all those who were claiming to be manumitted from slavery. These were people who were considered under the tags as Negroes, blacks, colored, or Ethiopian. Today, these names consist as minorities, residents, and so on and so forth. So as a Moorish American, we understand that the Declaration of Rights of a Child says everyone has a right to a nationality. And our organization has been operating for over 100 years in regards to this process. The county clerk has been a liaison between the Moorish Science of America in regards to this filing process, whether it was filed as the manumission for slaves or the miscellaneous filing. Now, recently, this index has been taken out. We're, in regards to the Moorish Science of America, we don't want to overthrow the government. We're in line with the government. We're in part and parcel of the government. Act 4 of our divine constitution and bylaw says our members must obey these holy divine laws. And our members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you're in part and parcel, and you must live your life accordingly. Act 5 of our divine constitution and bylaws of the Moorish Science of America says that this organization of the Moorish Science of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey them hereby. So as Moorish Americans, it is our duty to question when we are being hindered in regards to filing our manumission papers. The Moorish Science of America issue our proclamation and declaration pages for his citizens, their members, in regards to proclaiming and getting underneath the tags of Negro, blacks, and colored and Ethiopians. Because the name denotes to that of a status. And the status determines one's legal status in society. We as members of the Moorish Science of America cannot or receive due process according to our national standards, which everyone should have a right to do so. So I am calling upon the freeholders who are elected by the people, as well as the county clerk, to reopen this miscellaneous filing, or as well as a manumission index, so we can continue on with proclaiming our free national name according to our free national standards, according to all free national being, according to the republic in which we all today took an oath to. The republic means the people. We are citizens. We are afforded this right. I have other members of the Moorish Science of America who's going to speak on behalf of the obligation that the freeholders and the county clerk has in regards to assisting the citizens when they are injured. This is the forum for that, to deal with those issues when the citizens are injured. Nationality is the order of the day. We are part of the United States of America, which is the nation. But being here doesn't make you a citizen. You must have a distinct name and religion to classify as a citizen. If Italian, Greeks, Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion under a constitutional government, it's no more than right for any other citizen to do the same. So I'm here today to ask that it be said for the record, on the record, why has the miscellaneous filing or the manumission index been taken out in regards to the proclaiming and proclamation of our free national name and religion in regards to the manumission of slavery? Thank you for your time, and I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public that would like to speak?
Good evening, Daniel Labar, Metuchen, New Jersey, box 4495. A couple of items. I noted it's really old and new business, one of the resolutions that was adopted as part of the reorganization lists 3 defunct newspapers as receiving notices of the Open Public Meetings Act. PD Review, Metuchen Edison Review, Metuchen Recorder. I know it's a carryover from prior years that was missed when they did the proofreading. Of course, the newspaper industry has changed dramatically since only a few years ago. A lot of the local news is now picked up on by dedicated local, micro-local weeklies, and I will share the specifics with the board secretary after the meeting.
not to interrupt you, but I should have mentioned this before. You have 5 minutes to speak.
Right. That's what I'm going to try to condense.
I didn't know if you were aware of it.
I figured so. It raises a secondary issue in my mind as to whether some of those omissions might prevail elsewhere in the county government, and this is really offered only to refine the work that's already been done here. Whether the budget, a very, very thorough budget scrubbing by your auditor may actually reveal other instances, big and small, where appropriations are for either obsolete equipment, cars that aren't in the fleet, or in some instances where there may be by omission, inadvertent, appropriations for employees who have retired or may be deceased. In those instances, of course, you are achieving excess cash reserves, which is available for transfer as needed, but it also may offer an opportunity to county taxpayers 2 budget cycles from now, if a sufficient budget scrubbing reveals substantial excess appropriations like that, I would like to see in my 2016 fourth quarter tax bill a voucher for cash back on the county portion of my tax bill. It isn't going to amount to much, only like $30 or $50, but it would make Middlesex County a rather very unique opportunity of actually offering a sort of homestead rebate to in-county residents, which doesn't exist anywhere in the state, and will actually distinguish us from other counties of having that opportunity. So it's a plus and a minus. I understand that. You have an auditor on staff doing, I'm sure, exemplary work. It's just something I'd like to see if possible. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else in the public?
Deputy Director, members of the board, and fellow freeholders. I am Erwin Lee John Twinnell. I am domiciled in Plainfield Territory, New Jersey State Republic. I am here in regards in filing proclamations as well. I joined the Moore Science Temple of America last year, and I was given proclamation pages, not only for myself but for my family, because this isn't a self issue, this is a family and a community issue. And now I was told by my employer and other agencies, including Social Security, to go down to your county clerk and get your proclamation filed. So when I attempt to do that, I am blocked. I believe it was March 2nd of this year, 2015. I came to this beautiful county. I came here to this county and attempted to file the proclamations of myself and my family here. And I was refused. Long story short, I was told that the county recorders, the county clerks, are bound to corporate statutes in recording of their documentation. It's a conflict. We represent the republic. We represent the public. We represent the citizens. And when we go to our county recorder, our public elected official, and they cannot forward us this remedy, I'm injured. I'm injured now as a result. So, Deputy Chairman, I do ask Where are the miscellaneous books? Where are the manumission books? History is one thing that we cannot get away from, and we have to stay on point to that. I just want to bring up a case. It's the Dred Scott case, where the Supreme Court ruled and determined the status of so-called blacks, Negroes, colored folks, Ethiopians, etc. And this is coming from Chief Justice Taney back in 1857. The question is simply this: can a Negro whose ancestors were imported into this country and sold as slaves become a member of the political community formed and brought into existence by the Constitution of the United States, and as such become entitled to all the rights and privileges and immunities guaranteed by that instrument to the citizen, one of which rights is the privilege of suing in a court of the United States in the cases specified in the Constitution. We think people of African ancestry are not, and that they are not included and were not intended to be included under the word citizens in the Constitution, and can therefore claim none of the rights and privileges which that instrument provides for and secures to citizens of the United States. They had for more than a century before been regarded as beings of an inferior order and altogether unfit to associate with the white race, either in social or political relations, and so far inferior that they had no rights which the white man was bound to respect, and that the Negro might justly and lawfully be reduced to slavery. He was bought and sold and treated as an ordinary article of merchandise and traffic whenever a profit could be made by it. This opinion was at that time fixed and universal in the civilized portion of the white race, for they were so received and entitled to the privileges and immunities of citizens, it would exempt them from the operation of the special laws and from the police regulations which they considered to be necessary for their own safety.
Time.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. The only thing I can tell you is that we, as a freeholder board, only fund the county clerk's office. She, in this case, is elected by the people, and she's a constitutional officer, and she's not governed by the freeholder board. The only thing, again, as I stated, is that we fund her office. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Is there a motion to close?
Move to close the public portion.
Second.
Motion by Fielder Tamaro, seconded by Fielder Valente. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Fielder Valente, seconded by Fielder Tamaro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.